Hello, I'm Mark Steinig. Welcome to the Expo this year. We're here at the IATSE Training Center. My company is Maleco Grip and Rigging. We are a New Mexico company. We were formed here 2007. Been a while. We're here, if you want to take a look over there, we've got all our vehicles. We do pursuit, follow, and tracking, as well as camera dollies and stuff like that. We're doing really well. We do a lot of stuff. So this is probably more important. So I'm going to walk you over here to, this is a camera dolly, and almost every show has a camera dolly because you have at least two cameras. Here we have on the camera dolly one of my cameras that we just set up for you. It's a very steady shot. This fluid head is so controlled that it'll hold the shot without vibration. This dolly is what will move it up vertically and of course on the ground. And these are always used almost for every shot. And we provide these to the state. We have for over 16 years. And we also have over here vehicles for tracking. Here's another dolly. It's a smaller one. This is like something that was used on Fast and Furious to chase a car down a sidewalk. This is a Grip Tricks. It's an electric vehicle that we use to follow, say, horses, people riding their bike, or we'll tow a bike with it. It's all electric. It's pretty cool. But this is one of the tools we use for that. We also have off-road vehicles. That one over there that's desert colored is electric. This is what you'd see in Fast and Furious. We've used, this one was actually just in the Transformers, the last Transformers movie. But it's a lot of fun. We have this vehicle over here. That's an electric process trailer. You can actually drive with it and tow a vehicle and go. So you see that little pod up there on where the two young ladies are standing? That actually is the driver is there. So he can be placed back here, anywhere around the vehicle. It's all electric. And that basically is what you'll do is you'll have camera around the driver in the car, who's probably an actor, and they don't even have to drive because the person in that pod is doing it for them. But we've got a lot of cool toys, if you want to call them that help camera get the shot, and it's a lot of fun. It's a tough business, but it's very rewarding.
Behind the Scenes is an entertainment industry charity. We provide financial assistance to entertainment technology professionals who are seriously ill or injured. So we provide grants that they can use for basic living or medical expenses. We also have an extensive mental health initiative where we provide tools and resources to assist them and to help create psychologically safe and healthy workplaces. It includes things on suicide prevention, an extensive Stop Bullying campaign, information about alcohol and substance use. We have mental health first aid classes and much more. Well, the mental health initiative came about because it's a very difficult industry on you, both physically and mentally. People are working under tremendous pressure. You're always on deadline. Often it's work is gig to gig. You never know when your next job is coming from. The hours are very long, lots of stress. And so it became more and more apparent that we needed to provide tools and resources that are specific to our industry and that understand the kinds of stresses and unique challenges of working in the entertainment industry. So we brought together lots of different representatives of the industry to create these tools and resources. And now it's about spreading the word to let everyone know they're available.
So I know that as far as the strike goes, we've had the writers start striking in April and the screen actors start striking in July. It's definitely for better negotiations for contracts. We're kind of striking against AI, better residuals as far as streaming goes. It's kind of taken over the media world as far as everything goes. It's like streaming, or a lot of producers are wanting to use AI. It kind of eliminates a lot of the work that is for crew or for acting. It kind of stunts the creativity in a way. So for us to get a better contract, to eliminate AI usage, or just to even get paid from residuals, it would really help out for performers, for writers, and just everybody as a whole. Hopefully, once the strikes stop, everybody can get back to work, because it really affects not only like the writers, it not only affects the screen actors, but it really affects all the crew and everyone involved with it. So hopefully it goes back soon.
Well, actually, I was in film school in 2006 when I learned what the Santa Fe Film Festival was and volunteered back then, and so I just fell in love with it. It was the only film festival at the time. I thought it was a great thing for the community, and went from volunteer photographer and screener to office manager to festival director, executive director, and then chair. And I just have been keep going because I think it's a great way to celebrate and elevate filmmakers. I think it's a real great way to inspire people and educate people. When you make this content, you're able to do a lot of things. Entertain is fun, inspiring is necessary, education is really imperative, and you can do all those with the power of movie magic.
I work for Cinelise, the lighting and grip side. We also have another division, Cinelise Studios, who we own the old I-25 now that belongs to Cinelise Studios. So basically we supply lighting and grip for TVs, movie, commercial, music videos, kind of anything that's needed. We do indie films, low budget, anything, commercials, whatever's needed to make your shoot happen. We can take care of it.
Well, I've done a little bit of background acting, which is fun, but the real magic happens where all the equipment is and the cosmetic trailers and things that we're in. So it's just a real pleasure to get to meet with the people that really are the backbone of the industry. We seem to be so focused on all the actors that it's nice to see everything that goes in to the true making of a movie. What a nice opportunity it is for anybody in Albuquerque that's curious about our wonderful movie industry. I think we are 4th in the country as far as size, and there's so much that most of us just don't know anything about. So this kind of blows the doors open for everyone that's interested in either the technical side or background acting side or catering side. It's just a really wonderful way to get a true look at how magnificent it is and how large.
This year's expo, I think, is a lot better. Quixote has put up all the tents and all of the restrooms, and that's made it very nice. It looks nicer. The midway with all the food trucks and other booths, I think, has increased about 50%, and I'm having a good time. The parking is more accessible today. So I'm an actor, a director, and mainly for theater, but a film actor as well, and active in the union since 1986. So been served on the boards in Dallas-Fort Worth as well as here on the New Mexico SAG-AFTRA board. I think what's really great here in Albuquerque right now, like the Community College of New Mexico, C&M, even the University of New Mexico, Netflix has been partnering with them and providing internships, which are great for new students that want to get into any aspect of the film business in any part of production. So there's just a lot more activity. One reason because of Netflix, and NBC Universal is here as well. So there's more people, professionals coming to the city. There's going to be more jobs for young people in that industry. And I just do the acting side of it, but there's lots of opportunities with the colleges and community colleges here on actors in the business, and have been around it since I've probably been in the second grade.
This is the camera array vehicle for blue sky footage, and we have 9 recorders and a red button, and we'll hit our red button and all the cameras are now being recorded on the Atomos recorders, and they're being recorded in 4K ProRes HQ, and they're recording at 24 frames per second, a true 24 frames. Up here on the dash, we also have control for f-stop, ISO values, color temperature, so the shutter angle, so we can do minor changes. Let's see if it gets a little cloudy or it's getting darker, the sun's gone down, and we want to keep the shot going. So we can just do minor little tweaks to the exposure just so we don't have to stop. Sometimes people want a really long take, so we can do unlimited recording, basically up to 6 hours. with this rig. So, and its current configuration, you can always add more memory. So, it's just really nice to have a red button. And then each of these cameras are Panasonic S1Hs. They all have a time code in, so they're all feeding the same time code to the Atomos recorders. So when it gets to post-production, the editors have it nice and easy. They can just see what the time code is. And if they're doing LED panel playback with Genlock, then all these are time code locked. So it's basically, for the playback, it's really good to have the Genlock, but for shooting, time code works really well.
Yeah.
And everything's in locked sync. So, and then I can see everything right here. Like I would basically sit in here, and then I have a heads-up display right here, so I can record all the 9 cameras on this screen right here. Hit record, and that will record them all to the exact same time code that's being fed from the tentacle sync in the back. This particular piece is something I do. I call the cake. It's my cake because it's tiered. So like the lower level, middle level, and upper level. So I can see they're not blocking each other. So I can see all the screens, see that they're recording. Hit my red button. See that everything's shooting, make sure nothing's hot. They have little fans on the back, so they're running really well. And they're Netflix approved cameras. They're Panasonic S1Hs. And suction cups on the front have little gauges on them, so I can make sure the suction's holding on those. And then we also would put some safety straps on if you're actually rolling. If I'm going to be setting up for a high-speed shoot, then I need a little more time.
Okay.
Because I got to definitely put all my safety straps on. But if I'm just driving around like in Las Vegas, New Mexico, where I'm doing like 15, 20 miles per hour, and I, for some reason, had to go quick. I trust my mounts; they're fine. The back always has a strap on because it's super easy to put on the back. And generally, the front does too, even if I'm going fast. Or, I mean, I'm not going to compromise safety. It's like so. Safety is always first, because I need to be safe. I don't want anything flying off this car that could impact another vehicle or anything like that. So. And everything's inside the lines, so that nothing's going to be able to make a little rear slide and everything. So that's important for insurance. My driver, they don't see this screen, they don't see these screens. This one, generally I keep on a computer screen, so there's nothing really moving much on this, so that's not very distracting. So they can be really focused on the road, and then like this doesn't block them because this is in that angle where the beam comes up in the air. So they have an unobstructed view, other than that there's a camera sometimes in the front.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's on the roof too if they want to, like a higher, like a van or a truck view.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's flexible to some degree as to how high I can go and how low I can go.
Okay.
And if I had to go, generally, I wouldn't need to go too much lower. I can drop it down like another 6 inches back here by shortening the back. So it has some flexibility.
Okay.
And then if I need to go higher, I can just go to the roof. After, I can also go to take the pole up a few inches and then transition to the roof. Because
see.
somewhere between that little bit of distance is generally fine.
Okay.
So, as long as you're in the ballpark of the height, you know, like if it's a tall van or a truck, well, obviously then you need to be above the cars next to you.
Okay. Awesome.
But like this height, like, you can see like there's a pickup truck over there, so it's kind of about the height of where the head of that person would be in there.
Okay.
Depending on how tall that person would be.
Yeah.
It's like,
just to give everybody an idea.
and then it depends if you're driving in a city where you actually have vehicles or something to reference how high you are. Because if you're just on an open road, you don't really have to worry too much about the height because there's nothing to reference how high you are.
Okay.
And some roads are raised, you know, from the ground anyway. So
Okay.
so it's got a lot of flexibility. These recorders are really changed things a lot because I'm not having to record to the cameras.
Okay.
So keeping everything here. And then initially I was going to build it like the recorders were back there, but then I'm like, no, I'm going to have to keep turning around. And if I put them here, you can see them. And if something's not recorded, I can see right away. And let's see, one didn't record for some reason. I can just hit the button on the recorder. And they don't have to start at the same time because they're time coded. I would say probably Outer Range that I just worked on.
Okay.
That was a very fun production to work on. They had some like driving in Las Vegas, and like they wanted also driving on a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
And these cameras, my lenses are f1.4s.
Yeah.
So I can shoot full moon driving. And it was down towards Estancia, and so there's a lot of open road and stars. and I could see the stars and everything, like it was recording everything, like with the moonlight. Like so, full moon, you can get away with like shooting at night with this rig.
Hi, my name is Brian Coltrane, and I came here for all of this. They got film, and they got film. There's also some good food trucks over there, but you know, I'm a student trying to get into the industry. Julia, what's up? Y'all know, you know, we got the friends and family out here. It's real good. For someone trying to get in, well, you know, they say experience is crucial, but you need experience to get experience. But I would just say a good attitude more than anything. Be ready to do anything. And then also have a little, like a screwdriver or something. You know, they be using that a lot. So just come in with the bare bone minimum and a good ass attitude. New Mexico's great. I moved here. I kept hearing Breaking Bad was filmed here, but I never knew how to so how do I get on set? How do I film my Breaking Bad? In the last, year and a half since I've been here, I've been seeing industries pop up with studios. I've been seeing more jobs opening up. And this expo today just shows me film is in New Mexico, y'all. So it's dope. I'm about it. There's always the 48 Film Festival, you know, getting a group of friends or, you know, just working with other people. I actually just I talked with the art director here today and got them digits. So that is the latest and greatest prospect that's like, oh, snap, y'all about to see me soon. Don't push yourself into thinking you need a college degree to get into film. You literally just need imagination, a good attitude, and probably a camera.
So I'm actually pursuing acting, and I had some friends who I know that were working on makeup stuff for 480, Jared, Brian, and Barney, and they asked me to volunteer, so I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Nice, man.
So I figured I'd show up. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you do all this yourself, or did you have a team?
Oh, so the three of them actually did this look.
Okay.
Yeah, they work for the 480 here, the local one.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Are you filming for what's going on inside?
No, that would be cool, though. I think I'm going to go in there in a little bit and check it out, though.
Yeah. I don't know, you definitely make a better alien than the one inside.
Oh, thank you, thanks.
How long did this all take?
About 2 hours. Yeah, so not too bad.
Nice, awesome.
Not as hot as I thought I would be. Yeah, I thought it would be worse. Yeah, it's not too bad.
What kind of acting roles are you trying to get into, or just if any?
Pretty much anything. I mean, I would like to be really versatile. Okay. So I guess any opportunity that came my way, I would kind of try and see what I could do with it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Have any remarks for any future filmmakers or actors?
Don't give up. Yeah, I mean, I'm 24 and I'm still going at it. So yeah, just keep going, bro. Don't give up.
What we have here is called a techno crane. It's a remotely controlled telescopic camera crane. If you come over here, you can see that this is what controls our remote head. And then back over here is how we actually control the crane. It's called a pickle. It's just a two-way operation. I have a speed pot, in and out. And usually we work in tandem with the camera operator, camera assistant, a dolly grip, and then the crane operator, which is usually like someone like me. Sometimes we fall under grip department, sometimes we fall under camera. Awesome. We're in the camera union though, so that's actually on paper what we actually should fall under.
Interesting, all right. How long has Super Techno been around?
Since the 90s actually. So okay. Technocrane is the original version of a telescopic camera crane. And then you have other companies that have created their versions, which is like Scorpio cranes and Movie Birds. And if you go to the film set that's inside, there's one of my cranes, the Scorpio crane is in there as well. It's just the same principle, just different parts of the world where they come from.
My name is Jerome. I'm one of the work studies here at CNM, and this is, what is your name? I don't know. I guess. I feel like when it comes to film is always evolving. I mean, you never know what's exactly around the corner. Everybody's looking for something to make their life a little bit easier. The difficult part of that is it's kind of a slippery slope because you never know when things are going to be a little bit scary, like with artificial intelligence coming around now. It's going into the editing softwares. It's a lot. There's a lot to do in After Effects, Audition. Adobe itself is really leaning very heavy into it, and all in all, while it does make your life a little bit easier, you never know exactly how far is too easy. You know what I mean? With things like The Mandalorian, right? Yeah. The Mandalorian is a big one as far as like interactive sets are being utilized a whole lot, and when it comes to like brighter and brighter LED panels at a much thinner white, it does make grip and electric a lot easier with a lot less cost to your actual voltage. I took a trip to Universal Studios Grip House here in Albuquerque. We got to see an LED panel that was 5 feet by 4 feet, and you could plug it into a wall socket in a regular house, and it wouldn't take that much wattage. But that thing could light up half a C&M by itself.
We all fought, and this is what we have to show for it, which is one of the top industries in our state. We've got 2,300 union film workers, 480 permits, 69 productions. That's right. And 1.5 billion in economic impact. So for me, I'm grateful to have been a part of this from back then when I was a state senator, fighting to save the industry, and now as your mayor. And I do want to highlight, those of you know at the city we've got an amazing film office. Cindy McCrossan, one of your members, is here and runs that office. There she is. Thank you, Cindy, for all you in your office too. So look, with that, I know we want to open this up and get down to celebrating all that we love about each other and about film industry. So thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the day.
It really is so meaningful to see all the work that you guys have been doing. When we look and see today's event, families coming together, celebrating the opportunities we have in our state. You know, I want to make sure, and just to make mention, the loss that we had of a person who was so impactful and did such tremendous work. I want to just make sure that we make a mention for Eric Witt and all the work that Eric has done for film here in Mexico. And as Mayor Keller had mentioned, it wasn't too long ago when we were in the States where we had 0 reserves, where our budget was really struggling. And when we were seeing how can we invest to make sure that we can have our economy be reliant on many sources, we see now with our investment in outdoor recreation. We see in our investment when we have different sources of revenue like film and TV that have really aided and impacted the state where we are with our budget. So under Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, I'm so grateful that we now sit over 30% reserves while continually investing in families and clean industries in the state of New Mexico. That's a big celebration. But today we get a behind the scenes look, an opportunity to see what takes place with the real live set that's written professionally. Actors are going to be there, providing that opportunity to ask questions, to get a real in-depth look of what it is and what it takes to make it work. But what makes the industry work is the people. And the work that's done, whether you're a carpenter, an accountant, a cook, a driver, and the many other 100 skills that go in to make this work. You guys are all doing that for the state of New Mexico, and that is to be celebrated. So on behalf of the governor, myself, and our entire cabinet, we're so grateful to be part of this celebration and look forward now to cutting the ribbon. Thank you.
All right, and also she's too humble, but we all got to thank Puck Stair for all the work she's done and for bringing us together. And now she will lead us in our ribbon cutting.
Well, with that, Lieutenant Governor Dan, will you please cut the ribbon and get this party started?